The showcase of the best players in the NFL is coming up as Las Vegas welcomes the Pro Bowl for the first time. The stars of the AFC and NFC are ready to shine. Next on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. It is always exciting to see the very best the NFL has to offer all in one place. And we have that here this afternoon as we welcome you to Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, it's the Pro Bowl. You never really know what to expect, so I guess I'll ask you, what do you expect?
Well, in recent years, it has turned into an absolute offensive explosion, hasn't it? Games in the 50s are not out of line. What you're hoping is that some of these great defenders have a chance to adjust and react and maybe narrow that down a little bit. But I will say, this game is tilted heavily towards the offense's advantage.
Set to go. It's the NFL's annual showcase. The 2023 Pro Bowl is underway. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So here comes the AFC for their opening drive. They're led by the NFL's MVP in 2018 and also MVP of Super Bowl 54 in his 5th season. It's Patrick Mahomes.
I know he's not showing it on the outside, but inside, he's got to be celebrating because think about all the quarterbacking we saw in the AFC this year. 5 or 6 guys could have earned this honor. He got the nod, a real feather in his cap.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. To throw, it's Mahomes. They're going for Howard, but the pass intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And he's going to bring this one back for an NFC touchdown.
I have to believe that in a Pro Bowl situation, you know, we talk about these defensive backs during the season, that they're educated gamblers. They take the education out of it. They just go for the football here. Hey, try and make a big play, and if you get one, you really look terrific in this game.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. His kick is good, and the NFC goes up 7-0. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive and looking to erase his memory bank from his opening drive a moment ago that ended in a pick-6 for the first points of the ball game.
And in my experience, a lot of quarterbacks, after throwing a pick-6, the first thing they want to do is fire another one and get those points back immediately. But what really helps you get back in sync is a good, long, methodical drive, mixing the run and the pass, tamp things down a little bit.
Running again with Barkley on second down. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now Mahomes. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. And again, it's Mahomes. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
The NFC about ready to set up shop offensively. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Now Wilson on 1st down. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. 7 yards the pickup there. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. He is going to find Hill here. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive. And they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them. And now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone. Because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Von Miller doing what he does best with a sack.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Wilson going out wide, finds Chubb. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. Now it's Wilson. Drops it off for Chubb. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Back out is the AFC offense. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
A handoff, Barkley running left. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. When you're down early, how do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. Mahomes will try again on 2nd down. That one taken in by T. Higgins. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They go play fake. Mahomes. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Two first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw. And the catch made by Hopkins. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes, incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And that little deke, the juke move that we saw, able to give him the 1st down yardage before he's brought down.
And we tend to give those running backs that are slashers a lot of credit, but how about guys who are maulers? Because that's what you want in short yardage situations, and we just saw that occur right there, didn't we?
Vertical, downhill running. On 1st down, Mahomes. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this 1st quarter. Zadarius Smith. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop it. Nothing to score after 1 on EA Sports. The AFC with the football here to begin the second quarter. Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And down inside the 15 he goes.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
This will be their first trip to the red zone. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And it's caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now it's Mahomes again. Touchdown! That's caught. O.J. Howard from a yard out. And the AFC able to cut it to within a score.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. That one was an extended drive. 14 plays all told. And it ends with an AFC touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Here's Chris Claybrooks to return. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. So now we'll get our second look in this game at the NFC offense. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. It's caught by Mike Evans. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a 2nd down here. Wilson now off the bootleg. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield. Everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield. And he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. That's out to Chubb, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
A the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Chubb will get the call running left. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. 8 yards to go on 2nd down. Throwing is Wilson. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. Calling a gain of 6 on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
And Pete Carroll looks like he likes his chances with the offense on the field. They're going for it on 4th. They'll run for it. Chubb. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And he gets it all the way down to the 3. They only needed about 4 or 5 inches there. Relied on the big guys up front and got it done.
Yeah, this is the time to just go ahead and hit it straight ahead. No juking, right? No movement in the backfield. Take the ball and go. As I heard a coach tell a player a long time ago, save your dancing for the club, son. Just get up into that line of scrimmage.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. Credit the sack to the Oregon Duck, DeForest Buckner.
That I'm struggling to understand a little bit. That close to the goal line, 1st down, run the football. If you want to throw it, throw some play action on 2nd down.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Handoff comes to Chubb. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Now it's Wilson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good.
Well, no surprise there. Extremely reliable during the regular season. Bailed his team out time and again. Knocks another one through this time in the program.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Patrick Mahomes and the AFC ready to go on offense. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get him back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
Well, so far he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that 2nd touchdown now. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. Throwing now is Mahomes. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A first down carry for Barkley. Despite the heavy running, he'll be hit and drop shy of the 45. From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Caught left side, Hopkins. And he's got this down to the 35.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And all the way in for the touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, 35 yards. And his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead.
I think if you pulled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as a wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
Santos with the extra point, and with it, his guys take the lead here by a point. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. No return here for Claybrook, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. He and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Drops it off for Chubb. And he's got room. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A big play there on the catch and run.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right. And after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Wilson. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Wilson will throw again. To Evans on the slant. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Now the NFC going to call the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Wilson. Caught on the slant. Touchdown! Tyreek Hill from 10 yards out. And the NFC has retaken the lead. That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
Tucker now to add the point after.
And that'll make this a 6-point game. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it's finished off by an NFC touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Taking it about the 1. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. And he had the touchdown on the last drive, also 4 for 4. Very, very effective. What does he need to do to translate that forward into this drive?
Not think that what he saw in coverages last time is exactly what he's going to get again. He's got to play ahead and start thinking to himself, okay, we just did that. What are they going to take away now? What do we go to as a counter? And continue to encourage his offensive line to continue to give him time.
They were really good on the last drive. On first down, Mahomes. Throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now the AFC going to take a timeout. It's their second as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on first down, but this one lines up to be incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well.
This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But third down coming up.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Let's see who this is on. Thought they were going to force a fourth down. Instead, P.I. gives him the first.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
And he's going to have the first down as they move into field goal range here at the 25-yard line.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This from 42 yards out. Santos' kick is up and through, and that cuts the lead down to just 3, 20-17. So he missed his first attempt, remember, but this time he gets back on the bike and knocks it home.
Yeah, and sometimes that first one can really impact you moving forward. It can just stay with you too long and affect everything else you do during the game. In this case, though, able to shake it off. He's riding high again.
And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
And with time running down, they go down to a knee.
So we have come upon halftime of this Pro Bowl with the NFC on top of the AFC.
As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll move on now to check out the next-gen stats in that first half for our home team. And it's been the passing game that's been the story. They have feasted on this secondary to the tune of 200-plus yards already through 2 quarters. Meanwhile, on the other side, they too were able to take advantage of a soft secondary, as both of these two teams really threw the ball at will in that first half.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. No return here for Clay Brooks, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
The NFC offense heads out to begin this third quarter.
And, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it. But I think these first couple of drives, they want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there.
action. Now Wilson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Here's Tressway now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. DeAndre Hopkins and the rest of the offense heading back onto the field. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line. Second and a yard. A handoff to Barkley. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. So first and 10 now from the 30. Now Saquon Barkley. Able to avoid him at the 40. Still shedding tackles. There he goes, right side. And touchdown! Saquon Barkley, 70 yards. And the AFC has once again taken the lead. Well, we've had some great running backs in the NFL the last decade or so, and Saquon Barkley might be among the smoothest of them all. What a heck of a run right there.
And what was impressive to me is not just how much he wanted it, but how he fashioned it. I mean, he was shedding tacklers left and right, evading tacklers left and right. And when you think about the energy it takes to ward guys off, that's really impressive. He still managed to keep his balance and turn this into a fantastic run.
And all told, the next-gen stats show that he covered 80 yards on that run there. Was able to tack on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. No return here for Clay Brooks, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The offense for the NFC back out there. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Working with 2nd and 5 now. Now Wilson. Open man is Uzoma. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A gain of 10 yards. That's good for NFC. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They run it again with Chubb. And a powerful stiff arm. It frees him. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he is in. Touchdown NFC. I think you'd have to say Nick Chubb, pound for pound, one of the most powerful runners in the NFL. He proved it there.
Yeah, and this is one of the best runs you'll see. A lot of times on these long touchdowns, you'll say he gets into the end zone untouched, but not here. He fought his way through contact, and it barely even registered, and he just continued down the field all the way to the end zone.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And that one gives them a 3-point lead. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And Nick Chubb, the one to finish it off, as he does so with a touchdown run. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. The big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably gotten some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. From the 27, Mahomes. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And they're able to get this one across the 35. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Now Mahomes to Barkley on the check down. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 43-yard line.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. He's lucky to be getting that one back.
After what they've done with him all day long, with all the targets trying to go after him, he's obviously gotten smart, and his pride has kicked in. Made a terrific play.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Well, the NFC pressure a little too much as they get home for the sack. Shaquille Barrett drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down. On is the punter Hecker as he gets this one away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. He is knocking on the door for 100 yards in this ball game.
And it's so important. It doesn't seem like it's that big of a deal. Just short of it, a little bit over. A little bit over feels better to everyone. Offensive line, running back, team totals, just something magical about breaking that barrier.
He's right there on the doorstep now. He takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. A give running right is Chubb. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Second and 11. Now it's Wilson. There's a short one caught by Uzama. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Here's Wilson to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Now Justin Tucker. He has hit from 61 in his career, so he has the leg for this. Oh, they pitch to the tight end. It's a fake. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out, and as a result, possession switches hands. That was a long attempt to begin with, so the fake you might have known was somewhat of a possibility. Credit to the defense, though. They weren't fooled.
You're right, they weren't fooled, and they were in a position of having to play it both ways. Guard for the fake, but you still want to rush the kicker because it was a makeable kick. So they ended up getting the best out of the whole thing. Stuffed the fake, and they take over the ball. That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Mahomes now on first down. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes on the slant, complete to Hopkins. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Throwing now is Mahomes. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. The ball situated at the 9, second and goal. Mahomes. That is incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins once again the intended target, but now it's third and goal. Mahomes now to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So on comes Cairo Santos now for the field goal try. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good, and that's going to tie the ball game at 27 all. So give him 3 on that drive. You know, normally you'd say we'll take it, but the way points have been flying around, it feels like a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, you just have to wonder, are field goals going to be enough? Because as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage the rest of the way?
Russell Wilson in the NFC offense ready to go once more. And the stats on the screen tell the story. A great start. This defense, they made some good adjustments, so he's fallen off since.
Have to like what they did at the half, but you also have to like the fact that they hung in there. Despite the fact they had a tough first half, he was locked in, right? Rocking and rolling. They came out, made their adjustments, got their confidence back, and now they're causing him all sorts of trouble. Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. A give. This is Chubb. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. On 2nd and 7. With pressure, and the AFC gets to him for the sack. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. From the shotgun, Wilson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
So 1 first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on 3rd down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away.
Here we go. Here we go.
Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. The offense for the AFC set to go now. And it's great to see the stars all out in one place, but in terms of football, what's really great to see is a very entertaining Pro Bowl as we are tied in the 4th quarter.
And how many of these guys thought going into this game, after a pretty easy week heading into it, that the pressure would ratchet up now and someone has to make a play, which means someone will have a play made against them and not have to live with that for the rest of the year.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Metcalf once again the target, but now it'll be 3rd down. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away.
They decide against going for it on 4th and 1, maybe to the dismay of their offense, but hey, a nice consolation prize down inside the 5.
Nice consolation prize indeed. So maybe the offense is upset, but they showed confidence in their defense by punting it away.
Here's the NFC offense set to take over again.
Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14.
106 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And Diggs has it. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now Chubb running right, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now it's Wilson. And going deep for Hill. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. Touchdown!
We normally talk about the mobility and the accuracy first, but the arm strength, that's what can turn Russ into dangerous.
And I tell you, nothing will let a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
Tucker with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. A drive there of just 4 plays, and it's finished off by an NFC touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The AFC offense set to take their next drive.
And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Open man is Higgins. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Mahomes going to throw. He finds Hopkins complete. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the 1st.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. 3rd down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a 1st down pickup.
Mahomes' throw pulled in by Hopkins.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Here's Higgins out on the right side. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Working from the gun, Mahomes. He dumps it off to Barkley. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. Here's Mahomes to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And he's brought down. A nice little juke move that preceded it, but not much thereafter. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now Mahomes. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw caught here by Metcalf. 2nd down and 3. On the draw, this is Barkley. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 126 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal.
Barkley is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line.
And Barkley will try to punch it in. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line.
3rd and goal. Keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. Here's Barkley.
And Barkley did not get there. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal.
Now Mahomes got to have this one. Touchdown! O.J. Howard, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the AFC is an extra point away from tying this game up. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th-quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Now the point after try for Santos. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told.
And it ends with an AFC touchdown.
Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter.
From the end zone comes Chris Claybrooks to return. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The NFC offense heading back onto the field.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back.
They begin this drive with Chubb, and he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And again, it's Chubb. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On 3rd down, Wilson.
Pass complete to Chubb.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for the NFC. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the AFC will take over 1st and 10. Getting set to go again, DeAndre Hopkins marches back onto the field. So glancing at these numbers, I think they tell a story of, hey, early on he got hot, he got their attention. They've been able to hone in on him, shut him down a bit.
He certainly did get their attention, and that's the ultimate compliment for a player, that when you come out in the 2nd half, all of a sudden there's extra guys around you, there are different coverages rolled your way. That means you've done something really well. Now it's up to him to make his own adjustment and find a way to beat the new defenses he's facing. But he picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now in this situation should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Mahomes.
That's complete once again to Hopkins. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Mahomes. It's complete to Hopkins. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. He'll find Metcalf. And he's got this down to the 35. Now the NFC going to call the first of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. On first down, Barkley. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Second down, here's Barkley again. A pretty nice, strong run, but can't break away. Down just inside the 30.
At this stage, you've got to hustle. Got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
From here, it would be a 45-yard field goal attempt, certainly in range, but they'll look for more yardage on third down. Here's a give to Barkley, and they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Now here's a timeout, as they will indeed call it with 5 seconds to go, and a chance with a field goal to win the game. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So here's Cairo Santos on the field goal try. He's made 2, he's missed 1, this time for the win. And his kick is right there. It's good, and it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And I tell you, when it comes to needing a field goal in closing seconds, pressure situation, there's something to be said for having a veteran kicker trot out there.
Agreed. It's so nice to have someone you can rely on, someone who you know has done it before. And this guy's as cool as they come, isn't he?
Clay Brooks to return it. So, Charles, final thoughts on this AFC victory?
Bottom line, nobody appeared to be seriously hurt. That's the first thing we look for in this game. Well played, a lot of fun, a lot of excitement. I think that everyone's going to go home pretty happy, especially the AFC since they won the game.